I put the learning target in an acronym because I want you to get your planners out when you get in here. Be ready to write. But I just don't want you to just write down what I have on the board and think you're done. Okay? Because this learning target is much deeper than that. C versus C means consumer versus customer. What's the difference between a consumer and a customer? How many of you know? Yes, sir. Buys stuff. What does a consumer do? Consumer consumes it. Okay, now you might be thinking, but aren't they the same person? How many of you bought the meal that you ate this morning for breakfast? Raise your hand if you bought the meal, one person. So primarily your parents were the customers, they paid for it. You were the consumer, you consumed it. They can be the same person, but they don't have to be. You guys are probably more consumers than customers. Understand that. If you have a hard time knowing the difference between consumer versus customer, think of that word consume. Consume means to consume or eat it. Consumer. You are a consumer. Have you heard the Consumer Reports? They do reports on items that come out, new items. Hold the questions, and then I'll answer as soon as I'm done here. But write that question down, so when I'm talking, especially if I'm recording, if someone's gone today, I'm going to keep this under 5 minutes. I upload it to YouTube or TeacherTube or SchoolTube. They can watch it if they're gone today. Like Natalie that's gone, when she comes back tomorrow, so you need to watch this because you have to understand the relationship between consumer versus customer. She can either grab my iPad and go over and watch it with headphones on, which I do allow headphones. I allow headphones if you are a student in good standing in my classroom. In other words, would I hire you or fire you? This is a vocational class. Vocation's your calling. Would I hire you or fire you? When I was in high school, my vocational teacher, Mr. Rios, hired a lot of the students to do drafting and architecture for him. He picked the ones that were best at drawing. He had a business on the side, and he did really well with his architectural business. I hire students sometimes, okay? I do this AV water sports I was telling you about. We do water sports like wakeboarding, tubing, water skiing, jet ski rentals, flyboarding. How many of you know what the flyboarding is? Okay, if you don't know, the flyboarding is a jet pump that shoots you up in the water, and it's kind of like a jet pack, but it uses jet-propelled water from a jet ski to push you up. I'll show you a little video on our website. Remind me to show you this. Every boring video I show you like this, I try to show you one exciting one off of Infinity List, or do any of you go to Infinity List? Good website for extreme videos, sports videos, stuff, infinitylist.com. Not all appropriate, but most is, okay? And it has sections you can go to. And they're looking for the X Games extreme athlete is their target market. Okay? Consumer versus customer. Define. What do we define? Define marketing. Okay? Right now, you probably don't know much about marketing and the definition of marketing. Turn in your book back to page 5. Okay? Very first thing in this book, the very first thing on page 5, this starts with marketing is all around us. And what is marketing? The first word in the book is marketing. And if I had to sum it up, I would say marketing is satisfying customers' needs and wants and making a profit. Marketing is satisfying customers' need. You need something to eat or you want something. And part of the reason I have the candy machine in here, I show kids the difference between needs and wants. Okay? I go this side, needs, and I have something on that side, healthy almonds or something. These are your needs. If you really need to eat something, that's it. If you just want something, Mike and Ike. Okay? A little more a little more tasty. But marketing is satisfying those customers' needs and wants and making a process through the distribution process, developing new products like we do in the shop. Would you read that definition of marketing for me right up front? Page 5, I believe, or is it 3? Is it page 3 or 5 that starts with marketing is the process Okay, 3. Sorry. I have 5 up here on the board. Okay, go ahead and read that. Yes, just the section about the definition of marketing. Notice marketing is highlighted. That means it's one of your vocab words. Marketing. Go ahead.
Okay. Marketing is the process of developing, promoting, and distributing products in order to satisfy customers' needs and wants. Products include both goods and services. Goods are the kinds of things that you can touch or hold in your hand. Hammers, automobiles, soda pop, clothing, and computers are good services. Are good.
Okay, let's stop right there. Okay, it's very good. Thank you. And if I call on you to read and you don't like reading out loud, just say, nope, pass. I don't want to do that. I should have told you that beforehand. Sorry. Some people don't mind reading out loud. Some do. But this is important, especially for the people that are gone today, which will be some. On the average, I have 7 people gone during the day that come back the next day and go, what did I miss? Right here. This is what you missed. Okay. Marketing, satisfying customers' needs and wants. Okay. Through developing, distributing. Distributing is distributing. You see these trucks come around like Odom Distributing. They are the Coca-Cola distributor. Then there's the Pepsi distributor. They distribute it. In fact, if you did not know this, DECA stands for Distributive Education Clubs of America. DECA. A lot of people go, what is DECA? And they go, well, really it doesn't stand for that anymore because it's bigger than just America now. So it doesn't really stand for Distributive Education Clubs of America, but that's what it was named after. How many of you knew that? DECA, Distributive Education Clubs of America, which isn't just in America anymore. It's spread to Germany, Japan, and DECA is a pretty big movement, okay? Through satisfying customers' needs and wants. You either need something, I need food, or I want something, okay? So there's some things, some people go, I need an iPad. And some people go, I just want an iPad. They're kind of fun. Some things can be needs and wants. The biggest of those, the best thing all time to market is food. People need food and they want food. Okay? That's the number one thing that people need and want. Make a note of that. If you can't remember it, it's a need and a want. Okay? And then she said, through goods and services. Through goods and services. I sell goods in here just to give an example of marketing. Look at this is marketing. You put in 25 cents and you get some Mike and Ike's. I've sold you the goods. Now some people will come up and give me $1 and say, can I have 4 quarters for $1? And I go, no, but you can have 3 quarters for $1. I charge you 25 cents for my services. No different, is it? Services can be a lawn mowing business, a car washing business, or whatever. And usually I just say that as an example. Most people go, oh, okay. And some people go, no, I won't do it. I want 4 quarters for $1. And I go, okay, good try. Okay, keep that in mind, you guys that remembered. Okay, last, I'm going to have you do data sheets, talk to you a little bit more about the rules, and I have a survey I'm going to have you take. I made a survey on something called Survey Monkey. Survey, stuff you like doing, stuff you don't like doing. Get a feel for it. How many of you like doing marketing and DECA and that type of stuff? How many of you like doing drafting, architectural drawing, computer-aided drafting? How many of you like doing flight simulator where you pretend you're flying the plane? Okay. I have some stuff that's all business and some not, and I am 5 seconds before I wanted to stop. But I do want to say, if you're knocking at the door in the morning and I'm not here, go look in the shop. If it's something you really need, then you can look in the shop door. Lots of days I'm in there instead. So I said I'm constantly having to update this stuff. Like even on my rules, I said headphones can be used by people in good standing, which means if you're doing a good job in here, when it's time to be working on the computer or doing your stuff, I let people listen to their headphones. Okay? I usually have music going too. Stop right